for today, I suppose, right? Let's have a look-see here. We are back. Yeah. There's a new one in town. We now have population focus and beautiful sights. Each employed human is worth something, not each human. So let's go ahead and look those up. Beautiful sights and population focus is over here. So I'm going to accept that sector and choose random races and perks. So our races this time are the Sylphid, the Euphorians, and the Bakar. Those are the exact same races as previous time, actually, and the time before that. We should look at that. So we get another shot at it, with a wholly different set of text this time. Like I'm seeing monoliths and teleports. I'm like, could we use something crazy with that? I was seeing miners and well prepared, so we'll have a lot of money in the early game, which is never a bad thing, because it's always the tough thing to do. So we might want to focus hard on science and get ourselves some ore, and then get ourselves some skill up facilities, and then, you know, teleportation and monoliths. The fact that we have both skill up facilities and these, we might want to go for xenotourism, or we might want to go for deep drilling even, right? Deep drilling would be fairly aggressive. Deep drilling and economic zones into teleporters. But, you know, deep drilling will give us additional income and additional ore, which, you know, miners will like. So this will be an ore run with lots of ore. And of course, you know, if you can get yourself some good positioned teleporters, then monoliths become kind of crazy. In the late game, that is, of course, right? Not in the early game. Why is that? Okay, no. New Control N. Maybe that was visible on stream, I don't know. So, got everything ready. Yes. We are going to be exploring again. Now this time we do not have exploration tech, so that will go a little slower, so we should be a bit more careful with how much of these we throw out. The fewer the better, because the car missions can give you them. And this is already like a start where I'm like, you know what? I might just want to do this. Colony plans are very common. That's a strong start. Let's have a look, right? Yeah, there we go, right? Although it's obstructed, so it's not ideal. Maybe on this side then. Yeah, there's going to be some uses for this food. This one's fine too. Let's build a colony here then. On the swamp. Get our tasks. Our tasks are robots, ocean to successful, or ore producing to successful. I think we're going to go ahead and do an ore producing to successful. And an ocean to successful, huh? That might be possible to do both. Or we could make some robots. I think we'll get an ocean to successful. For now, let's go ahead and set up our little trade routes. In fact, it might be possible to do both at the same time fairly efficiently. Depending on what we find, of course. So I need a chip somewhere. So the question is where? I think it's not going to be here because it only has one output and this one can get another one. But doing that will at least make all our planets not struggle anymore, which is a great news. Then I could go here, but that would push us to October, which I don't want at all. So let's instead get this ocean over here, which will allow me to send in a human here, making you at least successful, which is a help. And then we can go ahead and have a look here. Get energy, which is, you know, very valuable for later. I could make ore here, but it doesn't have outputs. That's a problem, isn't it? Getting the outputs is the problem. I mean, there's an output, but it's cut off. There's also one over here, but, you know, it won't reach. And I guess I can make some more here, right? That's fine. And, you know, there's your two-way trade. You can even have a water input if I wanted to. Like that. Do we have mineral seeding? We don't, but we do have geothermals. Maybe I should have done geothermals on that. Maybe geothermals is not a smart idea though if we're wanting to do asteroid mining too though. So you know what? Shouldn't we be doing that instead? Considering the amount of asteroids around here, couldn't we just do asteroid mining and get a lot of minerals? And use all those minerals to make food and stuff? Can we get a relay? No, we can't get a relay out of this. Maybe out of here, right? I sent the human away. Like, hold on, if I do this first. It's just a base or a tourist attraction, not really what I want. I mean, maybe it is what I want, right? Get biomatter. Like, I'm looking towards doing a laboratory at the same time as getting this thing successful. Which I could potentially get, it's just the food is going to be a little bit of a struggle over here. Maybe we use this, right? But if I do, I cut this thing off, which is the thing I want to improve. I mean, I guess I could, right? If I do this, right? Yeah, if I do this and that and that, right? We get 2 ore and 2 humans in here. Which that's not too terrible, but it's not great either. I don't see really much in a way of doing it much better though, so. I think that's fine. Also, you know, this... just a relay would just do miracles here, right? If I just... let's go ahead and throw this one scan out, I think. I wanted to know. Yeah, it's not an ore planet. That's fairly expensive to do, right? We got our money back from our perk, though. And let's throw out some scans first. So I see what I'm up to here. Like, for example, here, right, there's another one of those situations where you could do or two-way trades and all that. Well, as you know, with all those ice balls in here, perhaps not. Do we have Starbirth later, much later? Yeah, we kind of don't. We kind of have to take geothermals if we want to use that lava planet. I don't know about that. Could we perhaps be looking at xenotourism this time? We don't have a... I mean, there is a jungle. And I mean, it does have a robot available. Will it have a good as well? If there's another forge world up there, it would be great, right? Then it would be good, but I don't know. I just don't know. But for now, let's go ahead and grab a successful ore planet. As well as our couple points of science every year. As well as deep drilling for some extra money. Didn't really give all that much though. For now anyway. But we'll get better. Go ahead and take this, I think. As our food source. Get the additional ore in here. And it's 2 points of science. And then we're in October, so we get to 8 just in January. That's nice. And this one is like a free connection, right? I'm going to look up here, see if we have some better solution for the biomatter. We don't. We have some bunch of robots up there if I wanted to. I guess I do, right? Connections 20. And yeah, right, we can make some robots. And we can make some biomatter and things here. It costs only 2, so it's fine. And that's, you know, ore planet upgrade is, it's not bad, right? We end up with all this extra money. Can even send in an extra science. End up with a 5 science lab. And it's very early, right? A super early lab. So, you know, we have the opportunity to get more. So, ocean successful, right? Yeah, our only ocean planet's this one. So it's gotta be goods here then, and then we'll get it. I mean, getting all this done seems like a good idea, though. Like, now I can focus on this. Such an expensive connection too, right? I mean, it will complete the task. So let's get this easy task for 7 different resources. Yeah, maybe we should have done that first then. 2 more ore producing plants successful. I mean, we want to make ore, but I don't know if I want to make all that much right now. Or just a forge roll to successful. I mean, we have 2 here. It's a pretty good chance that we'll be able to do that. So like, explore here so we get some stuff. Let's start making some ore. Right, that's 1 resource. Problem is food here, right? Like, sure, I can make water, but where the food at? We don't have freezers and bots or anything. We have xenotourism available. I don't know if I want it. Maybe I just want wave augmentation for later on. Where it will be kind of amazing if I can get it with teleporters. It'll definitely help. Also this tourist attraction over here, which wouldn't be too terrible actually. Okay, I could make more ores and stuff, but I gotta get a forge roll to successful. You're not the place to be at. And there's our first beautiful site. So we could get a human planet up here. It will be additional value. Slightly over. Yeah, this like makes me want to do it, right? Makes me kind of want to do wave augmentation. Although using the bot will be difficult. Yeah, I should probably get that energy over there unless we can fix this human planet some other way. It doesn't seem like it's likely. Like there's no way of getting chips in there. It's like 2 upkeep and we're in October. We end up making it the wrong month every time. This is not helping it though. Like this would be great for xenotourism, right? But the problem with it is it's in the middle of nowhere. The thing with it is I don't really want to get brain-machine interfaces run all that badly, because skill-up facilities are going to be better in the later game, and we might have a different income tech that we want to get. Like xenotourism would be great if I could get it going. I just need a spot for it, right? We just haven't found a good place for it. This is the main issue. Like this one, right? It needs a human, it needs a good, and it needs a bot. Which has got it's got all of them but a human, right? Over here it has a bot. Again, no human, right? Over here it has nothing, so it would be a pretty bad idea. But yeah, I could make a good argument for this, right? And then, you know, this to make a bot in here. And then, you know, I don't know, goods or colony. I mean, I might just want to grab it to advance more quickly through the tiers, right? Maybe we'll make one later, right? Like these late game techs are super good for us this run, so we want to get up there. And that early bit of science does help a lot. It just makes it so, you know, we use that 60 starting cash to sort of fund this for a while, and now we're out of it. So now we kind of need to be able to self-sustain ourselves. Although, you know, getting an additional 60 boost is going to be very nice. Or 80, right? So what do we need for that? 3 more resources, right? So we could get humans in somewhere. That's 1 resource. Goods, perhaps, right? Like if I do that. And maybe get you as well. Be a bit of a waste, right? Is a robot? Yeah, a robot will count. So this is at minus what? 5? Yeah, getting up there. Although doing that puts us up established, which wastes a lot of money. And we'll grab this asteroid first. So we, yeah, that saves like 16 credits. Kind of important that we do that. Now there's a robot. So now just a chip or a good, right? So we have all the other things set and made. Like in general. So like a robot over here wouldn't be bad. Let's do that. Grab ourselves wave augmentation, which should allow this connection. Yeah. So now I can do something like make a 2-byte right here, which gives us money, right? Sort of an important part of that. We just need a food down here. It should be possible, right? We'll make a robot up here. It's kind of expensive, but you know, we're in October. It's just better not to waste the time. And that gets us 80 credits. And then the robot can go out there, which will fix you. Using up part of that 80 credits, but not all of it. And there's just not much here, so it's fine to do that. Yeah, that's obstructed. So we can afford this energy, but we just need to get a forge world successful before we are allowed to do that. But the beautiful part is, right, if I send out this bot anywhere whatsoever, we got there. So where is it going? Let's have some scouting. Ideally, I get some kind of use out of our xenotourism, but it doesn't seem very likely that we'll basically get any. So what can you do for a bot? Make food? Yeah, all those bot users want to make food, right? But the one planet that wants it, if we had freeze-resistant bots, right? That would be a tech I'd really want to have instead of brain machine interface. Because that would allow, well, this ice ball is perfectly positioned for it, basically. But alas, it was not to be. I guess we build food here, question mark. Like that gets us a successful task complete. 6 more bots, 4 more import hubs, or discover 13 planets. I mean, I guess we get discover 13 planets. Over making tons of robots, which we have like spare it all in all directions already. I'll get the import hubs as well. Maybe we'll be able to make some eventually. So this place wants food, this place wants a human, this place wants all the energy that, you know, we'll just unlock over here. So at least that's gone. And then you want a good, which is going to be really hard to get in here, so we'll have an energy as well. Actually makes us some money too. No prosperous plants, yeah, unlike last time, right? Mostly because of the labs in the center. I mean, I guess I could make a biomatter lab with like 2 biomatter and 2 humans for 4 more science, get us to 9 science. If we had the money, right? Which we don't really. Let's go ahead and fix us up some money so we can do that, because that seems like a plan. If only we could get some xenotourism going somewhere. Is there really no place where I can make a tourist trap? Like, I would love to have an ocean world here, right? We're just like 1, 2, 3, prosperous xenotourism, done, right? But instead it's an ice bowl, which is like, can I melt this, please? Where's my melting laser? I don't have any. I get asteroid mining. Which, I mean, we've used the asteroids, so that's a no. We should get economic zones, though. Like, we should definitely get that. Just like, can I find an immediate use for it? If I can, then it'd be even more amazing. I don't think there is any, though. Here. There's one. So yeah, that's a thing we could do. For now, though. Yeah. Doing another ore trade here. I mean, it will sort of make back some of the money, right? Kind of. It's not too terrible, but it's still kind of not where we... Oh, that's not where I want to be at all, is it? Yeah. If I want to make you not suffer, I would have to make a wetland farm or something. We only got 2 struggling planets. I mean, this makes an import hub for the Euphorians, right? And it also works us towards that, which I want to do. Well, maybe do this next. Next year, though, I think, because otherwise I'd be sinking in a lot of money and not getting anything out of there. Can we somehow get food for this thing? We kind of can't. Maybe over in this direction somehow. There's so many forge worlds. There's no way to get food in here. I mean this one, right? But it will not have biomatter. I guess over much later, right? With like an infraway or a teleporter, it will. I mean, we could just wait until it's at 7% and then do it, right? That's maybe the best option there. So in that case, what are we doing? Like maybe... I'm cutting that off is the thing, right? Like I'm trying to make it so that we can get goods, bots, and humans into the same planet for xenotourism. But it's just so hard. Maybe this one as a colony? From food from here. Human, bot, good? Or is this good going to be made from? I have no clue, right? Xenotourism is hard to use. Sometimes, anyway. Just scout for the remainder of the year then. I mean, this is a good user of things, but like there's like all the forge worlds here and no colonizable planets. So it doesn't really help. Anyway, let's get our lab up. So that at the very least will get us some tangible. Also, did we just get money for prosperizing a planet? Yeah, we did it. That's good. That's 4 science at the very least. 4 here, 5 there. Right? And there might be just a better alternative in just Gaia World this. And if I Gaia World this, right? And that connection just can't be made, is the thing, right? Again, like freeze resistant bots, right? They show up again. Where are they when you need them? Okay, that was less than helpful. I mean, we can get bots all the way from there, actually. That's not terrible. We'll get refunds for the ore we're throwing in here. Right. That's a long but expensive connection, but, you know, it at least makes it so that we got no more struggling planets except for just the one. Which is at 7%, which means, you know, we should do this at this point. Ooh, energy, very nice. I'll actually get food. It's kind of incredible for that. I guess we'll go ahead and pick up our economic zones next. Which there should be a place where we wanted to do that. Over here, get 9 income. So we went into large, but I think it's okay. Go ahead and grab our water. And then use the energy for food. Oh, so much money. Well, we got some asteroids, right? Yeah. It's got 70 to do, but yeah, look at that. We'll get the benefit we get out of it is kind of amazing. Because it kind of makes everything work. It's 13 income. It's so much. I might do it in a way to waste somewhat less time, though. For example, I can make a chip here, and then get this asteroid, then get my big income thing. And, you know, send in that chip so that we have our import hubs. And you get our Forian tech discount. Never terrible. Can make that happen and make that happen as well. So suddenly we're looking at, you know, making a lot of chips here. Maybe we make a chip lab as well. Although, you know, human chip, perhaps, right? I wouldn't really know. Yeah, we're fairly efficiently using most of the resources available. Always a good sign, right? There's that, but it's not amazing either. Like, we're looking at 70 income. It's not shabby at all. We got some tech available to us. Flexible fabrication is here again. I mean, that could work, actually. Fairly well. Here's another one. I mean, that could also unlock tourism much more easily. If we're ever going to go down that route. I think it's just going to be picked up for the science points, though. It's like flexible fabrication and maybe something like hyperdrives or dimensional anchoring. Right, dimensional anchoring allowing us to build more slipways more cheaply. Is there a way to use hyperdrives to get instant tech boosts? Yes. If this reaches. I mean, that will reach, but then that one won't. I'm looking at all those robots, right? I'm looking at them. Can we somehow like get a lab with all of those? From like all corners, right? It's like throw them into the center. Go to the center. Yeah, maybe not, right? Maybe that's not in the cards. But then what is? Discover 5 more planets. That seems like a thing to do. So where do we want to expand to still? This empire is kind of empty. There's not a lot of planets. Unlike last time where there were loads of planets. Here it's kind of, you know, it's a bit empty. Oh, look at that. We get 12 income for doing that. Yeah, that seems fine. Economic zones at work right there. So, yeah, just the one planet. Are you serious? Right? And I could make some goods here, right? But like, I'd like another, so we can actually use our xenotourism for once. You know what? I guess I'll make this, right? If it's successful, we'll be able to get there. We'll have to consume an additional human is the problem. And let's just colonize this. Ugh. No, another lava. There might not be enough uses for humans, which is such a shame. I guess we'll... No, there are. There's a way to do this. So we built this. It's going to be quite expensive to do this, but it'll have to be done. So the idea is just, you know, laboratory, right? Send that. And that. That. In the end, the idea becomes, you know, get yourself flexible fabrication. And use that, and then this becomes successful, so... I think I'll leave this laboratory first, though. It seems good, right, to have an additional bit of science. We've only had 12 science, which, again, it's so low, right? But there just isn't a lot of resources here to throw into laboratories, really. There just isn't a lot to go around. So we're kind of poor. When it comes to resources, right? It's like all this food around here that I'm not using too. I could just take flexi fabrication right now and use it. But I guess we should better just explore some things here so we can get some Bakar things. Alright, that gets us our task complete, so now we can get ourselves... Let's get 6 chips, I guess, now. Where do you want us to explore? Like in the middle of nowhere is the problem, right? Okay, I wish I could, because it's monolith discount, right? These? We have a discount on teleportation, which is very nice. We also have a discount on hyperdrive. For what it's worth. I guess we'll go ahead and get these two. Making 6 goods will be something I want to do at this point. Just in general, this is a good idea. A good idea, right? Yeah, we can get something like that. Which also makes income, right? It's not nothing. I guess we'll get 2 of them. With both of them creating a good, creating 2 more happy colonies. And I guess we could even do something more complicated than this and have that connected there or something. Yeah, let's just do this though. Right. We're already halfway done with our Authorian mission. And then, you know, we're looking at making some microchips, which actually is not too much out of the way of what we're actually trying to do. So I guess that's fine. Have a look down here, actually, if we can make some... There's no food if I make another colony. And you're out of humans, right? Is the major problem. I mean, I could just... force that. It's so expensive to do that. I'd be throwing away all the money I've been making from these things. I guess we'll just consume an asteroid then. We get to 3417. 1 tech to advance, right? Maybe it's just the cheapest one. So we can actually get the teleporters and things. Because, you know, these and these and these, right? Those are the goal, but... I guess we'll build 1 more science lab as quickly as possible. And it should be chips. So, you know, aggressively pursue chips. And that'll work, right? Just make a chip here. And then we'll go on and... one point of science. Maybe we can even do it more aggressively than that. 3 points of science, a little bit less money, but... Yes, right? There's 2 chips here, but... We could even do that. I'll get the hyperdrives maybe, right? Yeah, that'll work. And get us some more chip. Right, so now... Huh. Now we got hyperdrive, and we'll get teleporter as well. Is there any way to make an additional chip here that I've overlooked? It's just sort of easy to do. Like, the easiest way would probably be to get a water in here, but like I don't want to do that from here because I'd love to get some food. So then, where do we make it? I guess would love to be a Forge World, right? Because it's gonna make additional chips here. Could make it here. Where's the ore at, right? Major question, where's the ore at? Nowhere. But I mean, it counts. I don't think that's a good idea. What do we have here? Water. And arid. No use for the ore though. This is the answer, I think. Because I can input one of these, input one of these, and then just use this last energy. Fixed that up. And all we need to do is make it good. Which, you know, that'll do it. Now we went into vast from doing that, so the best idea here is to actually wait 1 month, because that will save us 32 credits. Not an insignificant amount of credits. Well, slightly less than 32 credits, but you get the idea, right? Actually, can I perhaps do this in a better order, even still? Yeah, we get the money. And then... yeah. Oh, why is it 8 ships and 10 ore? Maybe it's the 10 ore, because we want to make ore for monoliths. But 10 ore is maybe a bit much. Maybe not, right? We'll have to do both, though, is the thing. Do I just say, you know, make a bunch of goods instead, then? I guess so, like 8 ships is a bit much, too. Make more stuff. Okay, so limited teleportations available. Also skill up facilities, right? Skill up facilities will help making us more stuff if I want to get them. I think I want to get teleporters first, though. So will we get them next year? We will, right? Independent of what I do. So perhaps we just colonize a bunch of places and try to use... I guess that's kind of not what I want to do. So I kind of want the money. The money is the problem. We don't have significant sources of money, right? I mean, it's not true. We got economic zones with it, so once we get to use the teleporters, they become really nice for money. And yeah, we can do stuff like that, right? That's the sort of use economic zones everywhere. That's 3. Not much more than that, though. That's another 3. And you know it counts, it makes something successful, so it's not bad. No prosperous-ing, though. Not yet, anyway. I kind of feel like I'm very close, though, in a lot of cases. It might just be me. Like, very, very close. Like, you just want partners, right? Lots of places want partners, lots of places want water too. Can't I just get some water? I mean, skill up facilities, right? Like if we could make a bunch of water, we'll be good. I mean, that's tempting, isn't it? Like if I build a teleporter here, or even there, I'll be able to get all 4 of these? Maybe, right? It's like here, and then get all 2 of these. It'll be a bit tricky, but... you know, I'll be finagling with that again, but... yeah, right? That's sort of the thing we want to do. And of course, if we could connect the teleporters together, then, you know, we really start getting a lot of money. Or really starting a lot of points from monoliths and things. Just getting there is going to be a tricky proposition. With all of the forebear ruins we're seeing being just out of range all the time. Because those are the major source of money. I guess we'll just settle this farm and fix this all up. There are drill bots available, but I mean, there are drill bots available, right? Like, shouldn't I get those? Over teleporters, though? I don't think so. But I won't be able to afford the teleporters, is the thing. Like, we only get 69. Very nice. Money. Which isn't even enough to afford just one of these things. Because they cost 60. Let's not forget that. Like, the thing with the teleporters, though, is that once you get them, right, we can start linking things up to them. Which the ideal spot would be something like here. Like, the idea here being, of course, that it's the last thing. I guess. Get all of that going. Oh, we had a can't connect to the side problem here again. Like, I could just. We're just sort of slightly shy of being able to get this started, which is not exactly where we want to be at. That just says can't afford, which is, you know, fine. I get that. I get that you want to do that, but well, the income will increase drastically over time. Alright. Can you do this to get things started at least? And then this unlocks more and more possibilities, right? And what we're really looking for is some prosperous planets, but getting those might be trickier than it seems. So you're kind of too late with the teleporters, right? Yeah, that does a thing, but it's not amazing. Plus, you know, long connections and all that. That helps with happiness, right? By using up one of these foods that we're wasting. There's not much of a way of getting this more efficient, right? No, these are kind of like positioned in such a way that we can't really get all four. I think the ice ball is just too much in the way. If I want to get these, I really need my Bakar mission. Oh, we have 4 more years, so we'll have about 100 science. So, you know, all 3 will be impossible, but at least some of them? Question mark. There's a robot lab over there. Like, I'm looking at maybe like getting some stuff in the ore labs, right? Like, it might be possible to do a teleporter over here, for example. Of course, it's too expensive, but, you know. The perennial problem, right? There's no money. This empire is poor. We are too poor to be able to do anything in the late game. It feels really bad. Like something like, you know, this would really get my fancy for the late game, but if I can get to these areas over here for somehow, right? I mean, maybe we could. Right? Like, get those. Get all of these, right? Like, that might. I mean, it's too expensive, is the problem, right? Like, this in between connection. Like, even if I had the money, that in between connection is going to cost something like 100 or 200. So we're going to need this. But for that, we're going to need another teleporter. Like, you know, with I'm pretty confident that we're going to need another teleporter for that. So if I do that, the idea is that we put one over there as well, and then connect this, and this together. I mean, I guess, right? What am I making here then? I don't know. Food, maybe? I guess not. Just this stuff. I gotta do something with my time, right? If I then connect all of you up, yeah, we didn't get anything there. First, that's completely out of range. So now we're basically stuck with a thing that doesn't do anything. Well, that's not great, is it? It's not entirely true. We'll get economic zones out of it, but I kind of needed that bit of money to be able to do anything. Can we get an asteroid here? Yeah, we can. Okay, good. It's 1 short. And 4 short there. It's like, ah. Okay, that should be enough. Wasting so much time, right? So if I do this, yeah, that does make a bit of money. So then we'll have to end this year as well. We're just not making enough money to be able to do anything here. Let's just 5 additional money and investment is 20. We won't even get it out of there, right? It's like this is about as far as we'll get. And it could make an ore in a chip, right? Send it in here. And that's not too bad, right? We get 8 back for the ore. And it'll also make more robots, I suppose, right? But that's not neither here nor there. So is there a way to like do something with ores? Because those will actually, we can get them. We'll get them back. Ideally, right? You get value back for it. Like over here, right? But money. Like we're about 200-300 money short of doing stuff. And there's skill up facilities, right? Which we might be able to use because there's the ubiquitous network, which we might just pick up. It takes 2 years before we get back to the science. If we pick up one additional thing, we should be able to get monoliths as well. We won't be able to get skill download, but I don't think we'll be able to afford skill downloads. Like that is at least a bit of money. In actuality, if I'm going to do that, shouldn't I be doing that at the end of the previous year? So we end up the year with 216 instead of basically 0, right? So yeah, right? Yeah, that's 107. That's better, right? But if I look at how much this will cost, this is a ballpark figure, right? Like, besides being pointed in like entirely the wrong direction, which is always fun. It's 52. It's not that bad, actually. Oh, I expected much more. I mean, obviously we're gonna need to do some finagling with that. But yeah, we'll be able to get all those connections in there. You know what? That won't be too terrible, right? I'm not so sure about how we're going to get hyperlanes and things, but or more of the connections that are going to be needed in order to get most of our empire interconnected, so that we can make use out of monoliths. We'll get a little bit of use out of them, I suppose, but not an amazing amount, I would imagine. I also imagine that we'll fail both of these missions at this point because the lack of money is I kind of didn't realize that we were kind of in a pickle with regards to money. I mean, the long connections, right, in this corner over here are kind of not the way you want to go. Yeah, we needed some early game money tech, basically, right? The deep drilling, the xenotourism, we just couldn't get any. If there were a couple of xenotourism worlds for us available, then I think this would have been a run that would have been amazing. But there just weren't any. So we just kind of ended up stuck. Is there like a better way to spend our time? We could colonize some things, right? That will take up some time. The thing is, I don't really want to colonize many things. They'll just... I guess this one, right? Yeah. Maybe some more water. Though I shouldn't make that connection. I should just make this one. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. We'll instantly send in 2 humans, but that's fine. I actually want that to happen. Also, we're making 144. It's not shabby, right? If we can make some more next year, we'll be able to get somewhere. Wow, alright, that's a lot of things that just happened. maybe a little bit careful with that. Can we actually connect you as well? No, can't connect to that side. It applies to hyperlanes as well, but still. I mean, that's kind of big, isn't it? So, send you in here, I think. This one wants biomatter. I mean, I could arrange that, but I don't think it's hugely important. One end must be a planet. Yeah. Can we like fit another one in here? That's actually important. I kind of mispositioned this. Bit of a shame because I kind of have to position this correctly. So we don't run into that problem. Okay, that applies, right? Yeah. So what are all the things we had to do here? This, right? Get to 144 income. And then I made these connections here. End up with 6 more money. And then we skip to the next year, and then we place the slipway. Oh, we did the bridge first. Yeah, and then this should allow us to get more connections further up. So yeah, last year is going to be monolith year. So we're going to have to get 1 point of science. That's actually super important that we get the 1 point of science. So one thing I could just do to... well, it must be a planet. I keep forgetting that. So I can't just do that. Which is a shame because it's, you know... suddenly we're making oodles of money, right? I mean, that's sort of the point of this whole mess, right? That's suddenly money. Like, one thing we could do is connect it up here. Get a food in to one of these planets. Another thing I could try to do is get a good into here. Which actually is not that difficult, right? If I do that. All of the ore is going everywhere, so we won't be getting that many monoliths because all of the ore keeps getting lost. But you know what? It's fine because we are making money for that ore. Also, I just realized, like, we need that ore for the lab because otherwise we won't get the 1 point of science. It's kind of infuriating, isn't it? Like, if I send in the good... this thing will send out all its humans. But it will make a lot of money. But I don't care about the money if I don't get the science. So how do we deal with this mess? Like, it's really close, right? It's 1 little point of science. Can I really not get 1 point of science somewhere? Like a ruin somewhere or something. Something, at the least. And I could not build this whole thing, right, and then build somewhere else to get that 1 point of science, but it feels just... no, right? We'll not get the money then. We need to win. God, it's like... it's like inches away from being able to build a monolith. Or 2 or 3 or 4, right? I'll probably like 2 if I were to hazard a guess. But like, so close. So close. Out of range. What a surprise, right? That shouldn't surprise anyone. Maybe we shouldn't have built these teleporters and should have just gone for high planes only, but I mean, they work, right? Yeah, there's no way I've overseen any signs over here. That's just no way. The only way we're going to get more is if we add in more planets. Like that, maybe, right? Set of range also would cost 50. Slipway expensive, right? Slipways start getting expensive at this point. Out of range, out of range, out of range, out of range. Everything's out of range here. There's you, but you're out of range. All of you are all connected in, so that's pointless. This one's going to be at the wrong angle, and the ice ball's in the way. There's no jumps to be made anywhere with anything, really. Because it's all, I mean, I can take away biomatter and stuff, but that doesn't work. So there's one other option, which is, you know, the silly option, but it will work. Which is we just position a lab in. And we just send in some stuff. Like if I just do this, we can just send a human in and send a water in. And that gets us our 1 point of science. Sometimes solutions are simple to complicated problems. Although, and if I now do that, it won't like send out all the ore and all the things. Which is better because I don't want it to do that. Like I don't want to send all my ore in these things when they're already prosperous. I'd rather send my ore into things to make them prosperous that still need some. Yeah, just in general, right? I'm getting you down there. Wait. Can I get you closer? I mean, if I do that, maybe, yeah, we do that. Sorry, we'll have to redo a bunch of stuff, but this actually matters. Kind of annoying, right, that I keep fiddling with this, but if I fiddle with this a little bit more, then hopefully I might not be close enough. Hold on. We need to really scooch this over so that you get, yeah, we can get this positioning over here instead, which it will allow another teleporter up here, right? If I just be like, yeah, that will work. Hopefully, anyway. hopefully that'll work. So, like, what else did we do this year? We need to do this connection, right? Yeah, the 144. And then, like, oh my god, are you serious with this nonsense? It begins. Can't connect to this side. Okay, finally. It's annoying. Now please tell me we can get another teleporter in here. Oh, this is gonna be fiddly as well. No, no helping that. Yeah, there's no point in getting more than 59 science, right? So we just want the 1 point. So I don't want to send water into the lab if I can help it, because it's more expensive to do so than sending it anywhere else. So like, right, okay. So that gets done. Yeah. Great. Things happened. So now do you... Yes. This is all I did it for, right? To get this one extra connection to this Forge World. We don't have to make it now. We'll rather not pay the hypership upkeep, I think. Like, we'll run out of money before the end of the year. That's the whole problem. So we'll be able to make 1 or 2 monoliths. Hopefully, anyway. That's the idea. I don't know how many we'll be able to make. Not that many, I would imagine. And then, of course, like, get hyperlanes to connect in as many planets as possible. To make them all prosperous and things. I wish I had some more money, right? The late game, like, 1 or 200 more would make all the difference. We can't take any of these techs, unfortunately, even though they make money. Also, you know, these missions, yeah, they are not getting done. This is the priority, I would imagine. As much as I would like to, they're too ambitious. We just don't have the money. So, how much is this now? Hopefully not too much, like 100, I hope. $101? Ah. We have a problem. Yeah, this is a catch-22, isn't it? Man, so close, right? We're 1 short of being able to do this monolith. Like, I can do this. We get to 19, right? And then that connection would do it. We're literally 1... Wait. Colonize the Earth? Because colonizing Earth takes only 5 money. There we go. We get ourselves 8 happiness for that. Was all of that worth it? No, it wasn't. But it was fun. Though, I mean... I can send you an extra human and make it 9 happiness. That is a thing I can do. But it's still nowhere near worth it, because we're just sort of out of money, right? If we had a little bit more money, we could just start connecting all these in, right? Make a second monolith and all that. I would have probably been able to get 2 or 3 at that point, but... yeah, we kind of started too late with this nonsense. Can I, like, get a connection for anything at all? Like, what can you build? How much money do you have? Well, 8. Yeah, you can't get much for 8. Oh, that would have actually been money. It would have been income if I'd built that earlier. Quite a bit, too, for the thing. I'm not happy about this. Like, it's only 15,190 when I think there was much more potential in this. I just didn't end up getting the xenotourism off, right? It's a bit of a shame, really. Deep drilling. Xenotourism. Which was a shame because it didn't do anything. Wave hawk, economic zones. So wave augmentation, I'm not too much of a fan, right? We use it a bit, but it mostly ended up eating up our money. Not really giving us all that much. I just think it's too expensive, really. You know what would have been great this game? I think geo-harvesting would have been great for us if I'd gotten it. Because that would have made us able to keep going, basically. To force the science, right? Flexible fabrication was okay. Hyperdrives, I used them a bit, but again, it wasn't amazing. And then, you know, we went into teleportation, and the other thing was the teleportation didn't really pay off this time. Right? The... Oh. Is this the first run where we actually managed to pick up teleportation? It is. Like the first random run, right? Like we, of course, went for teleportation a bit, but yeah. It's tier 4. Teleport things, right? Which gets teleporters off to a pretty slow start. Which is kind of amazing, because normally you would say, oh, that's kind of like one of the best decks. Well, not always, right? Ubiquitous network into everlasting numbers. Yeah, we needed to get to ubiquitous network before we had the money, which is never good because it's a tier 4 attack, right? You can't actually get there. Maybe I should have picked it up first before picking up the teleporters at all, but I mean, we kind of, yeah. These were killing, right? Admin costs. We had 120 something admin costs at the end. If you look, right, admin costs are 98 here, even with the reduction. Which meant that we're about 150, right? They completely sort of tanked the income. So yeah, well, I guess we do one more because that kind of felt rather poor. I want to get a good run. We've had no good runs in like 6 or 7 runs. I mean, they're okay, right? 15,000 is not terrible, but it's still quite below average. I think my average is like 20, 25,000. It's now 20,000. It was at 25,000, so that, you know, that says something. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the stream for a bit, get some water, and then we'll go to another run. Yeah.